Grizzlies trail by 17. Pass to Jackson. To the middle. And the dunk by Jackson.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. And for San Antonio, they're shooting 61% for the game, knocking them down. Here's MP. Terrell grabs the board. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Topic. Pass to Jackson. Here's Terrell, covered by MP. 5 to shoot. Over Hayes. And there's Memphis with another bucket.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Castle on the wing. There's the three. The putback. Terrell grabs the board. Grizzlies trail by 13. Out left to the wing. Topic for 3. McDaniels with some nice D. Here's Fox. Fox beats him inside. A slick move.
It's the speed of the Aaron Fox that is just so tough to match.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Jackson outside. Pass to Topic. Takes a 3. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Yeah, it feels like he's forcing things, which will happen. He's trying to help his team.
Second chance effort, and the layup is good by Carter.
I mean, the second effort from Carter Jr., real nice motor on this guy.
Memphis has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. A different look for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Carter. Miles Bridges comes in for McDaniels. And it's Harper in for Castle. On defense, the Spurs. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Back to Jackson. From downtown. The rebound by Bridges. Bridges has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Jackson with it. Now guarded by MP. 13 feet out. Good. He hits the jumper.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
San Antonio leading by 15. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Yeah, I like seeing MP attack down low. I mean, because sometimes it forces the D to foul him.
throw good, MP. Well, Richard, we know that coaches will sometimes criticize their team's performance in those post-game press conferences. But where's that line?
Well, I think coaches should always use I. When you say I, and I as the leader of the team, I have to have them prepared ready. I didn't do a good job making sure that I demanded the type of execution. That first always helps.
And Wembanyama has the ball here for the Spurs. And here's MP from outside. Pure from three-point range. MP's got 10 points now, just in this quarter. Grizzlies trail by 20. Down low. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Wembanyama. It's stolen. Wells with it. Now guarded by MP. Outside Wells. Puts up a three. And no good.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
Pretty slick by Fox right there, giving it away to the guy who is ready to attack.
And they tell players your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less credit.
And you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases, you're talking legacy. You know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career. And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
MP, the pass to Bridges. MP, a screen on Jackson. And there's Bridges. That's good. On the assist by Hayes. MP's got 6 assists in the game. Well, Memphis shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. To end the run. Rebound by San Antonio. Following this one, they hit the road to challenge the Kings at Golden One Center.
Oh my gracious!
Just incredible!
That is a monster finish. Oh, showing Wemby. That was sick.
And the Grizzlies shooting 33%. This hasn't been their quarter. Jackson outside. Hits the trifecta.
And he has to build on this because we can see where him being a ghost out there has gotten them so far.
Here's Harper. Pass to Hayes. With the crossover. And Edey with a block. Outside Wells. To the inside. Right wing. Here's Bufkin. Misses the three. Spurs lead by 23. Hayes for three. Hits yet again. Wow!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition.
Feed the interior. Good things will happen.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Oh, Richard, over the last few years, we're seeing the NBA experiment with the format for the All-Star game.
I'm a classic East versus West guy, but the players have to be more competitive. I think that is the best version of the All-Star game we've ever seen.
Inside. Here's Carter. And there's two. Work on the glass, paying off that time. Carter's got 4 points this quarter.
Putting in work. Carter Jr. is a lunch pail guy who just goes about his business.
They set the pick. Pass to Jackson. Here's Bufkin. Jackson with a screen on Fox. Buffkin. And another miss by Memphis.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
And it's Fox with the jam.
On the passing end of so many of these, this time Fox is set up for the finish. And look, this man's got some bounce.
And so it's Memphis with it.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Spurs.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me, effortlessly creating for his teammates.
Here's Buffkin. There's 57 seconds left in the game. Up top, Jackson launches a three. Rebound by San Antonio.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Fox, the pass to Hayes. Back to Fox. MP outside, takes the three, and it's good! He hits another one!
And that's 70!
He is unconscious. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Another bucket! Wow!
What a game from him! 72 points!
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. Here's Buffkin. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill.
MP, right here.
Good question.
Question for you.
Right here.
Miss Conway.
When you guys lose, you often talk about keeping things simple, getting back to basics. With this win behind you, how do you continue improvements that you made tonight that helped seal the victory?
You guys are funny. We win a big game against a rival and you're talking about what happens when we lose. Yo, Zen, they got me up here talking about what happens when we lose, bro. Lose. Okay, yeah. I'd say every opponent is different. So there are things we did tonight that helped us succeed that wouldn't help us against the next opponent. We can't always repeat the results, but if we repeat what we train for and communicate on both sides, I think we're in pretty good shape.
Great. Thank you.
MP, right here. MP, come on. Right here.
Okay, what? What's that?
No need.
Sounds a bit
Yeah,
boring.
it's hard like a lot.
There's a waterfall, epic viewpoint, and I'll bring the chick. I'll know our guys.
Okay.
The National Basketball Association and the National Soccer are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court of interrupting players. Spectators engaging in such behavior.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. With Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. A moment here now to see the numbers for Victor Wembanyama.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Rich is out there with MP. And there's Harper. Then it's Stephon Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Celtics, dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. And it's Jennings in at the point. On paper, this game looks one-sided, GA, but you never know in the NBA, do you? As they say, anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, just so much talent in the league. If one or two guys get hot, this could end up being an upset. The difference between good teams and bad is razor thin.
Now, here's Harper. Pass to Hayes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the arc. That one's not gonna go. Brown drives in. 0-1 here. Jennings as he lets it fly. No good from outside. And here's MP for 3. Kept alive. Wembanyama. That one good for 2. Wembanyama's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Spurs.
As a coach, that would drive me nuts. Wembanyama is the first guy you need to get a body on.
And stolen by Castle. Here's Harper, and Harper slams it in.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
So it's Boston now, following the bucket by the Spurs. The 3 from Tatum, rebounded by Castle. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. Well, no surprise, we started chatting about Victor Wembanyama, and I asked what the plan was there, and Coach said with a shrug, stay on him and hope for the best. What can you do? So still no magic answers for how to slow down a unique threat like Wemby on the floor. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's MP. He had a career game last time out, bucket after bucket. Shot clock at 6, and stolen by Tatum. Over to the wing. There's Jennings with the 3, and the Celtics another 3.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Back to MP. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. MP's got 5.
And how about MP responding in kind to that triple?
Pass to Tatum. The kick out to Brown. Clock at 4. Fires from 18. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
And Hayes throws it down.
Well, that's on the defense there. When you give MP this kind of positioning inside, he's going to slam it.
Celtics trail by 5. Outside Tatum. It's back to Jennings. Nice ball movement by Boston. Jennings, a screen on Castle. Pass to Tatum. Takes the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Coming in on a 19-game win streak. They're set to achieve something very few teams have ever done. A win tonight would be their 20th win in a row.
Well, of all the ways to establish yourself as a powerhouse, this may be the best way to do it, by going on a phenomenal streak and looking practically unbeatable. One thing you can tell right now, they are playing with swagger, a sort of poise that they're backing up with execution. Not easy to do.
When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
And here's Jennings, following the three-pointer by MP. Jennings against Harper, and it's Harper with the rebound.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's ready to talk things through with them. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops.
Celtics trail by 9. Now Mitchell. Nothing on the board. On the court right now for the Spurs. Fox and Castle are their guards. He's out there with McDaniels. And it's Carter in at the 5. Pass to Castle. MP outside. Takes a 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Nice work by MP there at the arc, putting a lot of focus behind his shot.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
So Greg, tonight is night 2 of the back-to-back. These can't be easy to play in.
Yeah, this is a test of will and really of conditioning as well. I expect there to be some big swings tonight. Should be a fun one.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfectly.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Celtics trail by 11. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, MP.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
Lobbed up there for Clark. It's stolen by Carter. On the wing, MP. Defended by Alexander Walker. Trains the three-pointer. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Spurs?
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And yeah, how about this team also following up their shots, getting those offensive boards, also a key for their success.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that
one. 6 to shoot, beyond the arc. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, we don't see the shot fake enough. MP going old school, baiting the defender.
For San Antonio, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
First free throw is good.
And what I love about MP, his work ethic. He's someone that wants to keep getting better and better.
And both free throws good for MP. Celtics trail by 16. Now, here's Mitchell. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that out.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Austin making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Wembanyama, he's checked in for San Antonio. And a change for the Celtics. Jennings is checked in. Spurs leading by 16. A moment for an injury report.
Thanks. I got some news from Boston's head athletic trainer. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. They've made the call that they feel it's okay for him to play. And even though there's a moderate recovery time, he's also confident at the moment to be back on the floor.
And Allie, we thank you for the report.
Yeah, so much changes around the league year to year, but the danger and impact of injury remains largely the same. It's not enough to be good. You gotta be lucky, too.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Kings was all business. He had 63 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that wave tonight, guys.
All right, Allie, great stuff as always. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Wembanyama sets a screen for McDaniel. Unloads. They grab their own miss. And Wembanyama too much inside.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the slam by Moody.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Fox with it. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. There's the triple. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. And they double up Brown. Castle covering. Jennings. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Spurs leading by 11. Fox passes to Wembanyama. Back to Fox. Spurs passing it around. The 3 from MP. Tries again. Oh, Wembanyama with an evasive move.
Well, overcoming contact inside is something Wembanyama is pretty accustomed to.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Hey, Boston, let's get loud for Celtic Entertainment.
Spurs with some changes. Bryant comes in for McDaniels, and it's Harper in for Stephon Castle. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 13. On this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season. Tatum with a screen on MP. Here's Alexander Walker, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, and you know what's going to happen, there are going to be points put on the board.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
We see so much three-point shooting now. It's great to see someone like MP attack. Go to the rim.
The Celtics have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Here's Alexander Walker. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And here is Harper. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. MP finds Fox. Back to Hayes. The kick out to Harper. MP outside. Shot clock at 5. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Boston making a switch here. Moody's checked in. Celtics trail by 10. Three-pointer. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Harper. Takes it off the glass. Harper's got his second bucket.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And you think of all that Jaylen Brown has accomplished, Coach? Top of the list, 2024 Finals MVP.
Yeah, look, it's tough to beat that as an accomplishment, Kevin. Win your team a championship and be the biggest part of it. But what I love about Jaylen Brown is the consistency of what he's done throughout his career. This guy has been good for a long time, and he's still got a long way to go.
Hayes the pass to Bryant. Fox kicks to Hayes. Back to Fox. Off target from outside. Celtics trail by 10. Outside Tatum. Pass to Moody. And the 3 off target. The Spurs have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Boston's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter. Only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Here's Tatum. Inside Tatum.
Well, look, Tatum has the length and strength to do damage in there.
We've got 1:55 left here in the second. Harper kicks to MP. The kick out to Harper. Stolen by Mitchell. And Mitchell with a clear path to the hoop. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
.136 left to play in the first half. Harper in the corner. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. And that's now 7 points for Dylan Harper. Boston shooting well, 50% from the floor. Tatum down low. Wembanyama on him.
Well, that's the kind of defensive play you need to win ball games. Great block from Wembanyama.
Here's Hayes, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Moses Moody. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
Bridges is checked in for the Spurs. Stephon Castle comes in for Fox. First one falls for him.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And both free throws good for MP.
And he didn't go to the line once in the first half. But now he's figuring out how to draw contact and get himself to the line.
Tatum dishes to Brown. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Harper the pass to MP. Now Castle. Spurs passing it around. Bridges finds Hayes. Castle with it, picked up by Brown. Elbow shot, and the basket by Castle. And the Spurs lead by 13.
That's a smart play right there. Terrific pass by MP.
Boston, no good that time either.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
MP getting it done for the San Antonio Spurs. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court drums. They're thinking about the shot. Let's hear it for our contestants.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pick and roll game was just phenomenal.
And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead.
And looking at the Grizzlies matchup, I know they're technically underdogs, but they don't think that. They think they're coming out with a W, man.
A positive group with a lot of confidence. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. And it's Jennings in at the point guard. That's the Boston 5. Castle against Brown. Over Castle. And it's Brown missing. San Antonio leading by 15. MP finds Wembanyama. The quick look, no good that time. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey, ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Guys, back to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Shooting 1.
And Greg, the way the floor is spaced now, how much would you enjoy playing in this current environment?
I'm lacing up my kicks as you say that. It would have been a lot of fun. But not only do you have more room to operate, defenders practically, they can't touch it.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Pass to Brown. It's back to Jennings. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Here's MP. Now Castle.
Who's watching him?
MP deciding where to go with it. Harper, no good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. They're scoreless since the first half. To the inside, Wolf. And that one is stuffed right through.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. It's stolen by Brown. And there's the drive, and Brown throws it down hard.
Attacking the rim at full speed. No one wanted to get in Brown's way.
Here's Hayes, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. On the wing, Brown for three. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter.
Well, he's on one now. It's going to be tough to slow MP down when he's feeling this confident.
Celtics trail by 18. You know, Stan, you look at Wembanyama's frame. Does he need to get any stronger? Put on more muscle, more bulk?
Well, Kevin, of course he could use to improve on his strength, but he's strong enough right now to be one of the best players in the league. We've seen that, but as he gets older, a lot of that strength's just going to come naturally. The scary thing is for coaches and players around the league, not on his team, this guy's just going to keep getting better.
Brown against MP. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Wolf. Down low, here's Bridges. Some solid defense from Brown.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Back to Tatum. Over MP. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Yeah, no hesitation, no overthinking it. Tatum just takes the shot.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. The story from beyond the arc. Here's who's leading in that category across the NBA. MP is number 1.
He is as automatic as they come from behind the arc, and that shooting ability makes him an option every trip down the floor.
Bridges outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Shot left block and off the glass. That one's good. Wembanyama's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's very light work for Wembanyama from that close.
To the paint, here's Wolf. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Picked by Bridges. There's the lob to Bridges. And stolen by Tatum. Jennings with the ball. He's picked up by Harper. Jennings passes to Tatum. MP against Brown. And finished off by Brown.
And guys, really no surprise to see Brown flourishing on offense. He is just fearless on that end.
Here's MP. Wembanyama passes to MP. Back to Wembanyama. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 6 assists now in the game. Outside Jennings, on the wing Brown. Sweet touch inside from Brown.
Listen, it's a team sport, but without him, this deficit would be a lot bigger.
Hayes down low. He's covered by Brown. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hayes has got 32 points in the game.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Pass to Wolf. Now here's Jennings. Fires from deep. It's good from long range. Jennings has got 8 points.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Spurs leading by 13. MP outside. Now Castle. Back to Hayes. Here's Wembanyama. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Wembanyama's got 10 points here in the second half. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Mitchell, he's checked in for the Celtics. Spurs also with the sub. Daniels, he's checked in for MP. Tatum finds Jennings. This one for 3. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Boston. On the court for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama is out there with McDaniels. Then it's MP. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Sessions in at the 2 spot. Fades. That shot off. Nice defense from McDaniel. Fox against Mitchell. McDaniels outside. Here's MP. And he banks in the layup. 34 points for MP.
How about the handles from MP, showing he's not afraid to get creative with the ball.
Mitchell against Fox. 11 feet away. That's good by Mitchell. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. In the corner at Sessions. MP outside. pass to Wembanyama. He gets it in there.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Boston shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Mitchell passes to Brown. Shoots over McDaniel. Brown, no good.
And the defense gave him no space. He had to fade back. That's not an easy look for most guys.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And GA, you look at all these great European players. Some saying that youth development in the U.S. could emulate aspects of what they're doing overseas in their systems.
Well, it's already going in that direction. Youngsters able to, in essence, go pro from their early teens. But the academies they've set up over there, they are, no doubt, intriguing.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Mitchell passes to Moody. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Buries the long-range jumper.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And the dunk by MP.
Well, it seems like he's making everything. Nothing makes a coach happier than seeing your offense click.
And Boston has possession. Mitchell looking it over from outside the arc. Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Here's MP, and the dunk by MP.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Pass to Moody. Lets it go with the 3. Drills it from outside.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Wembanyama, right side. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. The Celtics have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Pass to Brown. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Franklin's checked in for the Celtics. Alexander Walker comes in for Moody. And San Antonio also making a switch. Carter's checked in. That'll be a 5-second call.
Turns it over there, but that's his first of the contest.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition buckets.
That's been all night long. And also dominating the offensive boards, and that's been winning them a lot of extra looks at the hoop.
Wolf shot's good.
Well, we see this more and more. Big guys who can really shoot it from deep.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. MP outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
3 points.
MP's got 43 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Brown, and then Brown with the dunk.
Flashing his athleticism there. Once Brown gets solid interior positioning, he's focused on jamming it home.
He's in the post. Brown on him. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
Spurs making a switch here. Stones checked in. Wolf grabs the miss. Boston's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Good on the triple.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
Fox passes to MP. 1:51 left to play in the final quarter. Clock at 6. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
MP outside. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's stolen by Brown.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Spurs.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Fox finds Hayes. On the wing, MP. Bryant with a screen on Brown. Tatum against Bryant. Chalk up 2 there.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van